Mike Owens with Inside Fighting, and it's always a pleasure to be joined by Jared Flash Gordon, who returns to action 17th of May, facing Thiago Moises, UFC Fight Night. Jared, it's always a pleasure. How are things out of your return?
I'm doing all right, Mike. How you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you. I know I saw you briefly. I did a bit of a wave in the Miami crowd at UFC 314. Did you
Yeah.
enjoy the show?
Yeah, it was a good night of fights. It was fun. Um, who's the main event again?
Volkanovski and Lopez.
Oh yeah, great fight. Yeah, that was a great fight. Coleman, Paddy, Chandler, another great fight.
That one surprise you?
Yeah, good card. What's that?
Did that one surprise you?
No, not at all.
Really?
Yeah, not at all. I mean, so I'm teammates with Mike,
Hmm.
so I could just see how he was training, and I'm not trying to like badmouth him, but I didn't think. I mean, I always knew I always thought that he could beat him because he could, catch him with one. But like I saw the way he was training, who he was training with, and I was like, I don't think he's gonna do it. And like Mike's my buddy, but like that's just how I felt going into it. So
I don't want to land you in it, but when you say you saw how he was training, do you mean the level of the way he was training, or was there an
yeah, I mean
injury?
like, you know, not going all out, not really training with like guys that resemble Patty that are going to push him.
Hmm.
I mean, I get it. He's older in the fight game. He's been in wars, so there's only so much abuse that you should be taking in the gym. And he gets paid a boatload of money. So for him, it's probably like just get to the fight, get paid no matter what, and hopefully I'll win. So that's what
Interesting.
it seemed like. That's just what it seemed like to me.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, whenever Paddy fights, your name gets brought up because it was, as he mentioned on the media circuit, his hardest fight. But he also mentioned, and he may have said this before, but I'd never seen it, that he admitted to looking past you in your fight. Were you surprised by some of the comments that come out of him?
No, I mean, I knew that he would be surprised when we got in there.
Hmm.
I mean, if you look at my record, the guys that I fought, I've basically only lost to the best guys,
Yeah.
some of the best guys. And in my let the I did really well leading up to the Paddy fight. I mean, before that, I lost to Charles. I lost to Joaquim Silva in a fight that I was winning, but my hamstring fell off, tore off my pelvis. And in the third round, that I ended up losing because I couldn't move.
Hmm.
Just couldn't get out of the way of the punches because I had no mobility. But I was winning. I was up on all the judges' scorecards in that fight. And then I lost to Diego Ferreira, who went on like a 7-8 fight winning streak after that and beat like some savages.
Yeah.
Um, so it's like you could think, oh, like he's not good, but I think that when you get in there with me, it's different,
Yeah.
Can't really judge a book by its cover. Yeah, you can watch fights obviously and say, oh, he's here or there. Uh, but it is what it is. And I like Patty, man. I
Hmm.
like him. How do you not like him?
How do you not like him?
The
He's a,
guy's smart, he's witty, he's funny, his walkout's amazing. He's winning. He's like the full package right now. So, you know, but I could see how he could look past me, but I knew that I was gonna give him, you know, a run for his money and beat him, which I did. So,
let's turn the conversation to the upcoming fight, Thiago Moises. Almost surprised when I looked at your two guys' record that you haven't faced each other before, given how long you've both been about.
Yeah.
Give me your scouting report on your next opponent.
I think he's well-rounded. He's obviously high level grappler. His striking's got a lot better. Um, and he's fought a bunch of savages, so he's got a lot of experience. I think that when it comes to like pushing the pace, I'll be able to dictate that. It seems like he kind of fades at times. And but he is dangerous. He's got great grappling, really good back take, leg locks. I'm sure he has, good front headlock strangles, darces,
Mm,
anacondas. He's good, he's a great jiu-jitsu guy, and he's got decent wrestling, pretty good wrestling too. Um, and his striking's gotten way better. Good calf kick,
mm.
um, good high kick. But I think it's a great stylistic matchup for me. Um, sprawl and brawl, take him down, make it real dirty, push the pace. And I know that I'm the best that I've ever been. I've only gotten better. You know, I should realistically be on like a 6-fight winning streak right now. If you look at, my last 6 fights, Mass Rat, I still think I won that fight, and
Mm.
most of the world did as
Yeah.
well. Paddy fight, um, Bobby Green, I was beating him until he headbutt me. And I won the other one. So it's like I should probably be top 10, top 15 ranked fighting in big fights right now. Um, but it is what it is, you know, just part of my journey for whatever reason. And yeah, so I think it's a great fight stylistically for both of us. And I think it's going to be a fun fight, high level fight. And, but I see myself pushing the pace and breaking them.
You referenced it there, and I will term it as bad luck because it's quite varied in terms of some of the challenges that you've had to face. The no contest with Bobby Green, the close split decisions. I'll ask you in a second about the fight that was meant to happen on February 15th. There's been a lot of
That's
adversity
it.
you've had to go through. How do you manage kind of going through that, and kind of how do you keep a positive outlook in the way in which you've just described?
I mean, I just trust God's plan for me and that this is just the way it's supposed to be. And that there was something better for me, or that like maybe it would have been bad. Something bad would have happened if
Mm.
I, gotten certain fights or won certain fights, whatever. So I just have to like trust that this is like what was written, and that this is the way it's got to be, and that's just it, and that's it. Like, yeah, like I don't like you know, thinking about the past and oh, I should have won those fights. I could. I mean, it's just the facts. It's part of my life, so it's hard not to think about it.
Mm.
But I think I've still proven who I am and how good I am, even with those unfortunate, you know, things that happened. So I just keep going forward, man. And this is what I love to do. And I have a platform, and I'm still able to help people using my platform. So it's just what I do.
100%. Um, I want to get off to some of the negative topics we've been talking about, but I did want to give you the opportunity to address the last fight, or what should have been the last fight on February 15th. Not only one opponent pulling out, but eventually two, one on which on the end of the day or morning of the fight. Talk us through what that experience was like.
I mean, my original opponent pulled out like 3 weeks before, or he had visa issues, so it wasn't like he pulled out.
Okay.
And then they got me an opponent Monday of fight week. So I said, yeah, of course. So I went to Vegas, cut all the weight, made weight, and then he just couldn't get on the scale, because he was just too far off. Uh, Went to the hospital, whatever. So I didn't fight. The UFC did pay me though, so that
That's
was
good.
nice. They took care of me and
Show or just show and win?
show show money. I mean, I didn't win, so they're not going to give you your win money if
Yeah,
you don't
true.
win. Um, but I got my my Venom money, my show money. So it was a substantial amount of money, and then they got me this fight. So it was only what 2 months, 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
So
bad.
what do you feel like a win does for you? I mean, you mentioned it there. I think there's a lot of hardcore appreciation for the work that you've done, and if things had been a little bit differently, maybe where your career would have been. But what do you feel like a win over Thiago Moises unlocks for you
I think
next?
it puts me in a great spot because Thiago's he's younger than me. Uh, he's coming off a win. He's got a bunch of experience. He's a savvy veteran. So it's just, I'm, I'm gonna just go prove once again that I deserve this and that I'm good enough and that I can hang with all these guys and that I deserve to be in, those top ranked spots. So I, I go win this fight and then, there's always the fall MSG card, hometown again. I would love to get on that. And then, hopefully get a, big name, bigger opponent. So,
We first crossed paths in Manchester ahead of Belal Muhammad's title fight. I don't assume you're going to be in Montreal next week. I
no,
assume you're
I
pretty
was
busy
gonna
for that
go,
one.
but obviously I can't now. Yeah. I was
Um,
in Chicago with him training though.
yeah. How's he looking?
He was great,
Hmm.
as always. Kid works like a savage. Doesn't stop. Never stops. Always pushing the pace, always grinding, always learning, always changing. He's in great shape. His weight's great. Everything, I mean, he's the champion.
Yeah,
So you don't just get there because you got lucky.
of course not.
You
Of
did
course
everything
not.
right.
I mean, Belal was the opposite of got lucky because Belal
Yeah,
took the
yeah.
hard road. Belal didn't have an opportunity to get
He
lucky
did
in
nothing
fairness.
but grind his way to the top. So he deserves this, and I think obviously I think he's gonna win.
Do you think it's a tough matchup for him? I
I
mean,
think it is a
obviously,
tough matchup, yeah. JDM is great boxer, and he doesn't quit. He puts it all together. Obviously, Bilal, stylistically wrestler. So he's got to stop the shots, like, which is very hard to do against Bilal. And like I said last time for the Leon fight, his striking is underrated, so
yeah.
underrated. And he's in amazing shape always. So I think that Bilal does what he does, gets the win, and that's it.
I know that I know that they have previous training partners, but there is a lot of rumors about Islam Makhachaev moving up to 170. How would you see him doing at the welterweight division?
I mean, he's shorter
Hmm.
for the weight class, obviously, and obviously a little smaller. I'm sure when he fills out and is not cutting weight, that he will appear a lot bigger. I mean, he had trouble with Volkanovski, who was a 45er.
Hmm.
Poirier, went 5 rounds with him basically, and those guys aren't welterweights. So, well, it's not like it's 10-pound difference; it's 15-pound difference.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, you know, I think that it would be hard. It would be hard, even though he's obviously amazing. But they'll have to really pick the timing and the fights
Yeah.
correctly, and who it is, and obviously they're looking to see who wins this fight,
Of course.
and then that will decide if he moves up or not. So I think it will be hard. Obviously, guys
Hmm.
moving up to a whole new weight class.
Assuming, as you're predicting, Belal wins this fight and Islam stays, the next challenger for his title will more than likely be Ilia Topuria. How realistic of a chance do you give Topuria in that fight?
I think that like his chances of winning are, due to punching,
Hmm.
boxing. If he catches him, then he could I think that's like his best chance to win,
Hmm.
which is definitely possible, you know.
Yeah.
So, but Islam's way bigger than Ilya. I've talked to Ilya in person a few times, and he's like a few inches shorter than me. And I've trained with Islam before, and he's big.
Hmm.
He's a big 55er. He's taller than me, and he's just thick, and
Yeah.
he's always in shape. And those guys can wrestle their asses off. So, I mean, I think it's the same thing. Like, Yes, he could win, but it's going to be very, very hard.
Yeah, sure it is. Last question from me. I won't keep you too much longer. Talk me through as you envisage the 17th of May, or May 17th, as you Americans would say. Talk me through what a perfect day looks like.
Everything's feeling good, running on all cylinders. I go in there, first round, finish.
That's it.
Yeah, and then I got a big fight after that.
I love
That's
it.
it.
Short and sweet. Jared, always a pleasure, my man.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you for your time. It's always a pleasure. Have a great and safe rest of camp.
You
Best of luck
too.
for the next fight.
Thank you.